Welcome to Thriving in Multifamily, a visionary podcast brought to you by the Multifamily Media Network. Join in as we explore motivation, inspiration, and engage in thought-provoking conversations. We provide actionable ideas to help you establish a solid foundation to achieve your career goals. I am your host, Lissi Daniels, and I'm excited to bring you inspiring stories that will empower you to reach your full potential. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Thriving in Multifamily and in Life. I am your host, Lissi Daniels, and today's episode is brought to you by Multifamily Media Network. And it also marks the 31st episode that I have done, and it's something to celebrate. Woohoo, right? I always say those small wins are something we definitely have to speak on because, again, it helps you get towards whatever goals that you're trying to achieve and grow too. So today is really about a short catch-up chat in regards to where I am in life, where I'm becoming in life, and where I'm trying to grow and build in life. Down the pipeline. It's like one of those things where you're coming out and you're in between, and now you're trying to go out and still figure out where your goal and your visions are and still staying true to that. That is where I am at. So if anyone out there is there, then this is the episode for you, as we can just have a little conversation. And yeah, send me your comments, your questions, whatever it is that you guys want to speak on regarding I am here to help empower, inspire, and build off of that. That's truly what this podcast is about. It's about life and having those real conversations and being intentional about who we are as leaders, as individuals, and just how we're making an impact on everyday people because it's important. And at the end of the day, it's also about our impact and leaving that positivity since I am really big on that. And if you've been following me on this journey, I have been through the highs and the lows and the lows and the lows, and now I'm trying to get back to the highs. So whether you are building, rebuilding, or figuring out what's next, this one is for you. This short little episode is definitely for you, packed with a lot of gems. But at the end of the day, it's something that I'm birthing for continue content, continue just things that we can discuss and chat about, but also bringing on individuals and guests that can talk through their journeys as well, inspiration stories, and see how we can all empower one another. So like I said, it's about growth. And you guys already know I'm extremely passionate about growth. It all starts here in your mindset and taking care of your mind and advocating for yourself is very important because you only have you to truly take care of. And you need to make sure that you have all the resources, support, and people there for you with that. So it's just a reintroduction of who I am. Again, I've been in this industry many, many years, and I bring a lot of knowledge on top of things that I can help when it comes to your transition stages of life, your growth within your career, and just even stepping out and doing things on faith, but also how to overcome those challenging, hard, transformative seasons that I am truly walking that path now. So I'm not completely out of it. I'm still in the neck of it or the deep end, but I'm able to kind of come up for water a little bit. So we're going to kind of talk through that as well. But I just want to show some short reflections of what we really are going to focus on. And that is success isn't always measured by titles or anything. And what I mean by that is there's more to a title. There's more to an individual and a person. And it's about leading with intentionality and making sure that we are empowering and inspiring our teams to be the best that they can. Having those real conversations with them. We got to normalize those real conversations and how to lead with your heart, because I think that's so important in regards to your intentionality with leadership, but it is leading with your heart. At the same time, honoring those small wins, because again, how do you measure your goals if you don't celebrate those tiny little milestones in between? And it continuously keeps you moving forward. And that is the goal that we truly want to aim for. And with that, so Again, this is about a powerful impact. And like I said, if you've been following me from my first episode to even now, I've had many wonderful guests, and I just thank you so much for all who has been a part of this journey with me. And hopefully, we can continue this journey and really, truly dive into the three things that I had mentioned, because the most important thing about me and what I really want to bring is utilizing your platforms to the fullest and showing people that we are here to advocate, but help and make that positive impact in any kind of way, because life is hard. At the end of the day, it's not always easy. We may appear that everything is easy. We may come across like everything's easy, but at the same time, we do have our moments where you're in solitude and you feel like what's going to bring the next day, or what's the next day going to come, or what's going to happen, or whatever journey you're in. And you can be in the best journey of your life, and at all stages where everything looks great, but you may have those moments. So I never leave this off to anyone, depending on what point of life that you're in. So hopefully we can kind of like really dive, and I'm excited about really changing the way I look at how to utilize this platform to really help individuals succeed in their personal journeys. I'm not an expert in certain areas, but I can speak to my own journey and my own self, and what that looks like. And I've always spoke about your mindset and having a growth mindset. And that's because I'm an advocate for that. And it's very important when it comes to your mental health, and very important when it comes to that journey. If anyone truly, truly knows, that's the journey I'm on, and have been in therapy and learning how to have those positive thoughts and continuously walk and keep moving forward. So that's where the positivity continues to push forward, and not allowing yourself to go into that spiral tunnel of negativity, because it can happen. Trust me, it can happen. But that's what we're here for. We're here to unpack it. We're here to really talk about it down the line. You guys been through all of the other. Now it's time to really see who Lissi is trying to work through, which is myself. Yeah, okay. I used third person. But anyways, you get the point, and what we can do. And that's where that whole sector of life comes into my podcast title, because it is about life, but it's also about who is making impacts in their communities, who is advocating for change, who is inspiring individuals with their stories of growth and potential. All of that sums up what I really truly want to talk about, and really start having in-depth conversations, because at the end of the day, we can have all these roles. And at the end of the day, you can have all these positions that you're aiming for, and how to get there. And we can speak on, the main trends of what our industry is about, which is important, with the market and the new technology and everything of that nature, we can really kind of dive into. But where do we leave the room for the emotional intelligence, and really talking about the real stories when it comes to leading your team and being passionate about that, and how to go about it, and showing up for yourself, but showing up for them as well, to their best knowledge, to help them grow, because that's what success is about. It's further than just the riches and the fine tuning and the titles. It's about life and people, and what is your lasting, I say legacy, but sometimes it's just your lasting impression. Shoot, let's take it back to when I was my first position in sales right out of college, and I talk about that. So that's something that we want to kind of aim for and work towards. That I want to work towards, and kind of unravel and talk. And again, we'll have many guests on and continue great conversations and content. So I am definitely looking forward to seeing how this unravels and unfolds. So stay tuned, stay with me, but most importantly, subscribe, like, and share my podcast Thriving in Multifamily and in Life. And let's get this going. Anyways, it's been great catching up a little bit about what's going on in my life, what's the podcast is going to be continuously working through. And it's always great to chat with you all out there. And hopefully you guys are gaining some great insights, informations, things that can inspire you to be the best that you can be, because that's truly what this is all about. So other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing day or amazing week, month, whatever it is. Stay tuned for next episode. Again, have some great stuff coming along the way. And as always, as I always say, stay visionary, people. Talk to you later. Bye now. Thank you for tuning in to Thriving in Multifamily, a visionary podcast. I hope our conversations have inspired you to act and achieve your career goals. Remember, the key to success is to continue learning and growing. And as always, stay visionary. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. Visit multifamilymedianetwork.com to learn more about our industry podcast, thought pieces, and sponsorship opportunities.